And that might be a good segue into parking, because the option here was overwhelming. A, which is the sort of Walker's Landing look, and,
Yeah,
and there's a preference for it.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me either, that I sort of anticipated that A was going to be the desired approach. But we threw some asphalt in there so everybody could give us their opinion, and A is pretty clear, and it fits the place. Wise choice.
Mm-hmm. Any other comments on that? Oh, Sandy.
The only thing that we came up with was the idea that there needs to be dedicated parking for the island hoppers and bicycles and the cars.
Yeah, that's something you don't see in that master plan, but there were bike racks in there, and there was a section for the island hoppers and for cars. That kind of stuff. At this scale, it doesn't really come out, but it is there.
Okay, and the thing that we came up with is Walker's Landing. It's a haphazard way to park. So we were thinking of having either having natural car stops like railroad tracks in pieces, so that people would know where their parking spots were.
So is that it on all of the different concepts you looked at? One more from Annette's table.
I think, John, you said there was another access to the park on a side road that had some lots on it, that we could have that parking area in conjunction with the main entrance parking area, which was maybe more formal, and then the Walker's Landing type park in among the canopy at that other entrance that you said could be, and that would be closer to some of the function areas for that you would just walk to, where when in the other parking area it would be a long walk. Here it might, if you had 10 or 20 parking spots natural, you would just be able to walk to a different part of the park without going through the whole park. That was just another thought we had.
Yeah, we looked at that, and that road doesn't have a name, by the way. I call it Kohler Court.
Yeah, all right.
But it is a fairly natural area in there, and it has been undisturbed for quite a while. If there's parking there, I would think one would want to just parallel park on the street, on the edge of the road, and maybe connect a trail into there. But I don't think personally, I wouldn't recommend putting too much park, because we're not dealing with big functions again. We're dealing with maybe 20, 30 people at a time, even if somebody's doing a birthday party or something like that. So there's not a huge demand for parking here, unless the venue changes. But if it's just a shelter, a picnic pavilion for those kind of informal functions, I don't know that I'd try to pursue much more parking. But that's one of the things that comes out. If everybody at the end of the day says, no, we want this to accommodate 200 people, then the whole program changes.
All right, last one for Rick.
Slight embellishment on that is, it was not a parking, we were not thinking of it as a dedicated parking area as much as a drop-off
Microphone,
spot.
Rick.
As a drop-off spot for people that have two or three picnic baskets and whatever, to get them closer to the function areas as opposed to the more formal parking. So that was really more along those lines.
Yeah, there is actually a service walk, if you will, but it can be driven. There's a gate there that will allow people to drive back to the pavilion to drop off supplies and that sort of thing. So service has been addressed even in that plan. Again, at this scale, it's a little hard to read that, but there is a way to get there vehicularly. For
All right.
maintenance and other issues.